Hey guys, it's Dani'i and welcome to another video, and I'm here with updates on the Atlantic. We have a lot to talk about. Here we have Tropical Depression Imelda, Hurricane Humberto, 2 tropical disturbances, as well as Tropical Storm Jerry. But before I go into details, please take a second or two to subscribe. We are now officially on the road to 1K, so let's try and see how quickly we can get there. And you can also tap the notification bell so you know every time when I post a new video. And you can also share to make persons out there know what is taking place and to help the channel grow. Okay, let us kick things off with Tropical Depression Imelda. Currently a weak system, and it is a rainfall threat for Texas as well as parts of Louisiana and Arkansas. And you see that right in here, all these areas can experience some heavy rainfall that could trigger some flash flooding. And as the storm moves more to the north, we can see all of this pushing more into the states. So right where we have this gauge over here, it helps us to identify what each color means in inches. So we have this little spot right here where those areas could see up to 10 inches, but overall at least 2 to 6 inches of rainfall in most of the areas. And when we look at Imelda, we see that it is pretty disorganized at the moment, and it won't get any better organized because of course it is expected to gradually weaken and dissipate eventually once it moves more inland, because once it is over land, there is no way that it can gain strength or become more organized. So areas can expect some really heavy rainfall across the easterly side of Texas and probably parts of Louisiana. And next we have Tropical Storm Jerry. So this became a tropical storm sometime yesterday, and right now the winds are 60 miles per hour, not too far from becoming a Category 1 hurricane, and it is moving to the west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. So it is expected to continue on this move. Unfortunately, no direct impacts are expected, at least at this time, because remember, anything can change. But by the looks of the cone, we see that there is a more easterly-like shift. So the Bahamas spared. So that is some good news right there. And it is expected to become a hurricane by tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon. And a tropical storm watch is in effect for Saba and St. Eustatius, St. Martin, as well as St. Bartholomew. So those areas can experience tropical storm-like conditions within the next 2 days or so, when Jerry is going to move close to the Leeward Islands. So that's it with Jerry, expected to become a hurricane, probably peaks at Cat 1 or Cat 2, and then some weakening is expected by this weekend. And looking at Jerry, we are definitely seeing that definition of a real tropical system. So we see that there is the center around there, and it is even looking a bit like a Category 1 hurricane, so it is already starting to possess those hurricane-like features. And then here we have this monster, Hurricane Humberto, a deadly Cat 3 hurricane, currently very, very close to Bermuda. The tiny island is currently under a very significant the hurricane warning, so they're probably being pounded right now with all this wind and rain from Humberto. Fortunately, the owl is not going to pass over the small island, and it's expected to remain a major hurricane maybe until tomorrow afternoon, and then weakening is anticipated thereafter, and no direct land impacts are expected. Alright, so we're done with these 3 babies out here, and then next we have this tropical disturbance located under the Dominican Republic, expected to move like this. So where I'm at right now in Jamaica, we probably get some really heavy rainfall from this low pressure system, but not expected to become a tropical cyclone. Chance is low at 10%, but this one now has a 30% chance of formation, so much higher chance than this one. And by the time it is close to the Lesser Antilles, we might see the chance going up. So as the conditions ahead of it look more favorable, we will definitely see another tropical cyclone. So guys, I will keep giving updates on the tropics, so you feel free to drop a comment or ask a question. I'll try to respond as soon as possible, and you can also leave a like if you found this video pretty informative, and remember to always be weather-wise.